One game I seem to enjoy more every time I play another match is Team Fortress 2. By playing the game more, this game has peaked itself in my all-time favorite games. Team Fortress 2 is addicting, constantly updating, tons of side grades to unlock, maps you will enjoy, the game is free on Steam, and the classes. Oh man, the classes. Team Fortress 2 is not your normal first-person shooter. Every class has a variety of unique sets of weapons that does not make Team Fortress 2 similar to Call of Duty and Battlefield. Each of the 9 classes are hilarious, have great personalities making us laugh, and most are more fun to play than others. So I'm counting down all 9 tier 2 classes from my least favorite to my all-time favorite. I better be clear though, I do not hate a class in Team Fortress 2. Every character has something I like or even love about them. Alright, let's get the laughs and the show on the road. Every class in Team Fortress 2 has a certain aspect about them to help the team out. Well, not every class is that useful, and Engineer is a must for any team. Yeah, Engineer is the most useful out of all classes because placing his sentry guns down allows him to destroy the enemy team instantly, and that is awesome! Even if you're playing Capture the Flag, you need an Engineer, because his sentry guns are a fantastic defense system to protect the intelligence. While I don't hate playing with him, he can be boring to use sometimes. Setting up a sentry guns is hard work, whacking it to get it going, but if you don't have other players on your team protecting you while you complete the sentry gun, then boom, you're gone. I don't hate NG either. His personality is really calming, and he is a very smart and useful guy like a builder should be. NG also hails from Texas, which is what I like. I like Texas. Great state with great action. To be honest, he really has no backstory, but you know he's Texan, loves to build stuff, and enjoys playing the guitar on the field while his sentry guns do all the work. But me the Engineer video is pretty chill for an insane game like as Team Fortress 2, and that's what I like about him. NG's smart, really useful to players, has a great Texan accent, and is a cool guy. The teleporters are also fantastic as well. Must have been where Valve got the idea for Portal. Fun fact, Heavy used to be number 2 on my old ordering. Yeah, I love playing as him so much on my first play, but after replaying him again, he was not really as great as I remember playing as him. Yeah, he still kept his slowness, which is Heavy's biggest weakness. His slowness allows him to get hit by the speedster scouts and headshotting snipers. But even when playing as him, despite being slow and heavy, oh, I see why Valve calls him Heavy, the Heavy is still fun to play as. He has the most HP out of every class, being 300, but being healed by a medic can make his HP go up to a maximum of 450, which is insane. His weapons of choice are his miniguns. His main one, Sasha, is a beast. You can kill tons of people with her, and don't you even dare about touching her because Heavy will kill you in your sleep. Yet despite Heavy being super dumb and hilarious while eating his greatest achievement, the sandwich on the battlefield, when he gets angry, there is no surviving because of his miniguns. The Heavy is a monster, so don't you dare pick a fight with him, because otherwise, you're dead, boy! Speaking of his humor, the Heavy is one of our funniest classes in the game. Seriously, every line he speaks brings me filled with laughter and joy. And while he's dumb, he actually lets the medic experiment with his body. What a guy! To be really honest though, Heavy has no backstory. All we know about him is that he's Russian, and he gets sad that some people think that they can outsmart him. Hey Heavy, don't let anyone insult your intelligence. That's just mean and rude, and they should know that. You know, if Valve had a mascot, the contenders would be the coach from Left 4 Dead, Shao from Portal, Gordon Freeman from Half-Life, and Heavy from Team Fortress 2. And if I had to pick, Heavy Weapons Guy would be the perfect mascot to represent the company in my opinion. Everyone who plays Team Fortress 2 has their favorite class they spend so much time with. Don't deny it, you do. Whether it is the lovable scout, the calming engineer, or either the friendship-killing spy, everyone has their favorite. For most people, their favorite class in TF2, and I'm gonna need a flame shield for this, is the medic. Yeah, the medic is only on number 7. Now then, I do not hate the medic at all. In fact, he's one of the craziest characters in all of gaming. The medic is pretty much the Frankenstein of video games. I mean, this guy experiments on people's bodies for fun by destroying hearts and replacing new alive ones by filling them with Ubercharge. Even ripping out the heavy's ribs on accident proves he's insane.
Oh, don't be such a baby. Ribs grow back? No, they don't.
Even his maniacal laugh. He's a German medic who lost his medical license after ripping someone's skeleton out of her body. Clearly why he experiments on others and killing people on the field. He is also a pigeon lover, which is why the troublesome Archimedes is his right-hand bird. Especially if he is stuck inside Scout's body.
Archimedes?
When he gets on the field, it's a marvel to experience. The medic is really useful to use being Ubercharging your teammates when Ubercharge gauge is full, feels so satisfying. And heal your teammates is so much fun, which could also be the medic's biggest weakness. When healing someone, making sure holding the healing down is necessary because otherwise the person you're healing dies and you won't Ubercharge them. Which makes you a big target for cloaked spies and snipers who are sniping at you. But when you aren't healing someone, shooting people down is still pretty cool in my eyes. While the medic is one of the most supportive characters on the team, when you get it down, medic is a pretty useful class on the field, and an insane mad doctor. Auf Wiedersehen, medic. I think that's how you say it. As I've said before, flamethrowers are my favorite weapon in gaming. As much as I hate short-range / melee weapons, flamethrowers are easily one short-range weapon I can enjoy using because whenever I want to get close enough to someone, I just grab a flamethrower and start burning other players with them, leaving them with so much salt. One example I gave in my top 10 things I love in video games is that Papyro from Team Fortress 2 was my favorite class in the game due to me loving the weapon. However, time changed and Papyro is my 6th favorite class in the game. Yes, just like with the Heavy, my opinion changed drastically on Papyro, because as much as I love flamethrowers and using them, he does get a bit boring to play as. I said a bit because Pyro is still fun to play as. In fact, one time, I got 3 kills in a row as Pyro by jumping, spinning, and shooting. At once. Don't mean to brag. But yeah, the Pyro is honestly the sort of least useful. But gameplay is nothing compared to his Meet the video that shows that Pyro is a psychotic murderer, literally burning everything in his path because, well, his perspective is... What? In fact, that's not the only weird thing about Papyro. Nobody, and I repeat, nobody quite knows who or what Papyro is. Nobody knows its true name, its gender, species, age, literally nothing. Even then, flamethrowers are still my favorite weapon types in gaming, and I still think Papyro is a great class to use. Just not as much anymore. Guys, press F to pay respects to a man who died this year. Rick May. Ever since the pandemic that happened this year, all the cases, isolations, and others that have been going on in 2020, we lost tons of people. This man was an American actor, and I would love to say, rest in peace, Mr. May, and thank you for being the best soldier this planet offers. Yes, the man that passed this year is the guy that voiced the soldier from Team Fortress 2, Seriously, there'd have been so many tributes to Rick May on YouTube as an SFM vid. But now we're done with Rick May. Time to talk about the man he voiced, the Soldier. And let me start off with, this guy is insanely hilarious. Seriously, much like with the classes such as the Scout and the Heavy, Soldier here is the funniest class in the game. Every time he opens his mouth, I'm filled with laughter. Anybody think the Soldier should do stand-up comedy? The Soldier is also hungry for war. I mean, seriously, soldiers are meant to be for the line of duty, so of course the Soldier would love the battlefield. Wait, no, scratch it. He enjoys the battlefield. If you don't know, his Meeple video shows that he is bloodthirsty and always crazy on the battlefield, even screaming before he starts. What an all-out American! He's also quite fun players. Any hardcore Soldier player will literally dominate anyone because his main weapon is a freaking rocket launcher. The downside to the Soldier though is that he is a middleweight class, making him an easy target for scouts, snipers, and even the spy if you aren't careful. The Soldier also has a shotgun in his melee weapon. Yeah, nobody uses his melee weapon. But still, this is the Soldier we're talking about.
Dear God.
But wait, there's more.
No.
The Soldier is not only a power-hungry demolition machine, but his loco-ness makes him kind of an idiot. I mean, in the TF2 episode Expiration Date, after finding out none of the classes have tumor, but the bread has some sort of disgusting creature, they would be a-okay as long as nobody teleports bread, but Soldier, however...
I teleported bread.
What?
You told me to.
How much?
I have done nothing but teleport bread for 3 days.
So yeah, almost everything about Soldier is amazing. He's funny, he's fun to play as, has an idiotic and local personality, and has a great voice. May Rick May always be on our hearts. May Rick May. I am very funny. Before we move on to the number 4 segment, I want to do a riddle with all of you guys. The riddle is, I am American, I'm a speedster, and can be very annoying. I'm in my 20s, but can still act like the hyped up teenager. 5 seconds to guess. If you guess the Scout, then you're correct. Yes, I like the Scout more than NG and Medic. Scouts are the noobs, huh? Huh? But still, no matter what you guys say, I freaking love this guy. I mean, I just love how this guy is in his 20s and can be so annoying and hilarious at the same time. How does that work? Take notes, Sonic and Nero. Combining with his Boston accents, every sentence the Scout says can make anyone with a sense of humor laugh. Even disrespecting Heavy by yoinking him to death and eating a sandwich while using his corpse as a chair. Dude, show manners. But when it comes to gameplay, Scouts are psychos on the field. I'm not even kidding when I say this. Any hardcore professional Scout player are satanical. Using the speed of Sonic, bashing classes' skulls with a baseball bat, and throwing a bottle of Mad Milk is just freaking amazing. The Scout is probably one of the hardest classes to master because using his speedy maneuvers and attacks allow him to survive longer. Much like with the Sonic series, when great platforming gives you speed as a reward, with the Scout, great dodging and surviving longer gives you speed as a reward. But his speed is also his greatest weakness. Most players rely on Scout's fast-paced speed when they should be really watching out for others on the field. You could get him away of a teammate's aim, or a fast enough sniper can headshot you even with your speed. Yeah, that is physically possible. But the 2 worst weaknesses the Scout has are Demo Man Sticky Bombs and Engineer Sentry Gun. Let's start with Demo Sticky Bombs. You see, some Scouts just go fast without a care in the world, just speeding their way and never think of looking out. But when an unexpected sticky bombs are placed on the roof, a Scout can't run past them. Nope, any player on the opposite team can be exploded because the sticky bombs can explode from the roof to floor, if the roof is closed. Scouts, however, don't notice that, so mostly they'll die and players will just break their keyboard. But the sentry guns are even worse than the sticky bombs. Sentry guns are always placed by the intelligence if you're playing catch the flag. With the scout, going not fast enough will result in a death penalty on your belt. Going at your top speed will allow you to get the intelligence and escape the enemy base in time if you're lucky. Did I just talk about his weakness for half the entry? Despite the flaws Scout has, he is my 4th favorite tier 2 class for a lot of reasons. He's funny and annoying, he's speedy, and he is really fun to play as.
Grass grows, birds fly, sun shines, and brother, I hurt people. Boink! I'm a force of nature. Bonk! If you were from where I was from, you'd be fucking dead.
If there's 2 things every single class has in common, it's their love for war and their home countries. NG Soldier and Scout are from the US. What? It's the new running gag on this channel. Much like... Uh-oh. Ah! Dude! Medic is from Germany. Spy is from France. Heavy is from the glorious Soviet Union, Russia. Nobody knows about Papyro, and Miss Sniper is from either Australia or New Zealand. Stop a helicopter! While I was born and raised in New Zealand, my family are actually part Scottish. No, mostly because my ancestors were born there. Speaking of Scotland, I think you know who's number 3.
What makes me a good demo man? If I were a bad demo man, I wouldn't be sitting here discussing it with you now, would I?
Totally true, my Scottish friend. The Demo Man, aka Captain McTavish. What? It's just Tavish? Okie dokie. Yes, despite the Modern Warfare games having a soldier called Captain McTavish, in Team Fortress 2, Demo's real name is Tavish. So you can see the similarities to Team Fortress 2 and Call of Duty. Character-wise, Demo Man's quite interesting. He hails from the glorious island of Scotland, loves explosives, and the main part about him, he has a habit for drinking. Drinking for Pete's sake.
What?
While Mr. McTavish is a great character, the reason why he's this high is gameplay. If I'm gonna be honest with you guys, Demo Man's probably the most underused character in this game. One of this guy's biggest problems is that he's so forgettable and not many people pick him up and give him a try. Me? You'll see a lot of Demo Man from me. Much like the Medic, the Sniper, and the Scout, Demo's one of the most fun classes in this game. I mean, his main weapon, for goodness sake, is a freaking grenade launcher. Believe it or not, I go crazy with this weapon, like really crazy. I just shoot grenades from all angles, making sure I destroy other players. P.S. the grenades are pretty useful for taking out the sentry guns. Another weapon he uses is his good old sword, which I used one time to kill another Demo Man having the same sword. It's actually like I was sword fighting with Napoleon if he was Scottish. The sword can contain speed that can make the Scout obsolete, and literally whacking classes with his bottles he drinks from. Jeez, how strong is this guy? Mostly wouldn't kill that much, mostly would give someone a traumatic brain injury from that bottle breaking. I've already talked about his SBs, but you can also place them on walls and floors, so you can explode a speedy Scout or plant them around a sniper when they're trying to snipe. Overall, Tavish is a good old lad. He is very fun to play as, and is incredibly underused. Take it away, Alex!
Beer! Drink beer!
Whenever a game has more characters to play as, some are bad, some are good, while others make the enemy the villain of the century. Games where multiple characters will have a certain one nobody is safe from. This guy is evil, dangerous, chronic. This guy is everyone's worst nightmare. This guy hails from the country where the Eiffel Tower belongs. This guy may even be
Right behind you.
Well, I spy with my little eye, 'cause we'll be here a while. The spy hails from France and is such a gentleman. This guy is such a total womanizer. I'm not kidding when I say that. He's also the single hardest class to master in the game besides Engineer. With so many weapons and tools at his disposal, the Spy is dangerous. Whenever I play a match of Tier 2, I fear that a Spy will come around and backstab me with his knife. Much like with the sniper rifle, his knife is a one-hit kill. I hate short-range weapons, but my god, this is a fun weapon to use. Backstabbing someone in the back with this thing actually makes you have some villainous blood coursing in your veins. But that's not it. The stopwatch he carries, known as the Dead Ringer, is actually what he uses to turn invisible. To be frank, he can attack while he's cloaked, but actually pulling this off is so satisfying and leaving someone with a broken spine. While Spy isn't always the best person to use guns, using the revolver will get you feeling like you're playing a game of Call of Duty, or even better, Fortnite. Now, the two single most evil things the Spy has besides his knife is his zapper and disguise kit. If you played the Spy before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The disguise kit is, as you know, can make Spy disguise as any of the 9 classes on the opposing team. Disguising as someone else can make you invulnerable for a while, because nobody on the opposite team will know. Here's a fact. I used the disguise kit to disguise as someone, went straight to the intelligences, I grabbed my zapper out to disable the sentry gun, and while NG is too busy rebuilding it, I just grabbed the briefcase and just run for my life! If you try to backstab or shoot someone while you have your disguise on even once, you will be back to normal and you'll be vulnerable. The zappers are really good for taking out engineer sentry guns, which is something an engineer player will fear. However, that doesn't mean the Spy doesn't come with weaknesses. The Dead Ringer may be useful, but it is also his greatest weakness. And classes Demoman, Sniper, and Pyro. If you're invisible, Demo could plant sticky bombs around, Sniper could throw karate at you to reveal an invisible Spy, and the worst are Pyros. If you're not good with Spy, and I'm not, he will be behind you and shoot his flamethrower at you without even knowing it. But other than those, the Spy has no weaknesses. He will destroy anyone who gets in his way. Every class I mentioned is pretty much dead from a satanic and evil hardcore Spy player. When I first saw Spy's gameplay before playing this game, I was pretty skeptical. I thought I wouldn't be good and just die. While I'm not as good of a Spy as other people are, I'm still kinda good as them, and can pull off some cool stuff. But despite all the things I said about him, there's still one class I like more. But before we reveal my favorite of them all, let's recap. Number 9, Texas is the man. Number 8, the mercenary of the Soviet Union. Number 7, Jason. Number 6, the Candyman can. Number 5, victory goes to me. Number 4, hilariously annoying teen. Number 3, Captain McTavish from Call of Duty. And number 2, you're not safe here. Through the process of elimination, you should know who my favorite class is. My number 1 is the New Zealand, Australian, and rifle king of all snipers. Well, the sniper. I can tell a few heads are scratching and all of you, huh? Faces, but I need you to listen to my reason. Yes, I will objectively say the sniper is so annoying to fight against. I'm not even kidding when I say that every match I'm in, there is always 1, 2, or 3 snipers on every team. To this day, I feel like the sniper is the most played class in Team Fortress 2, outshining the heavy enemy engineer in the competition. Even though the sniper is annoying to fight against, why is he number 1? Simple. He's a really fun class. I did say a couple of months ago that the Pyro was my favorite class in TF2, but ever since replaying the game, I wanted to give more classes a turn in the spotlight. The class I got good with the most on my second playthrough, the Sniper. Reason why people give flack to the Sniper is because there are far too many areas in every map where he could just camp for the whole match. While that is true, sniper rifles are not made for close range kills. Haven't you ever thought about that? Now let's touch on the Sniper as a character. Much like with Benji, Sniper here is one of the most calmest characters in the game. Unlike the classes in Team Fortress 2, him and Spy are actually assassins for hire, and that is amazing. but Sniper even has family issues a bit, mostly with his dad.
Dad, put mum on a phone.
Anyways, the Sniper is also very quiet. If he makes a loud noise, it will get his attention. I mean, this guy can stay in one spot for days, weeks, and even months if he wants to push himself to his limits. Wait, did I just compare him to the end from Metal Gear Solid 3? Now, the reason why the Sniper is also at number 1 is due to how fun I have with this glorious guy. While this guy is a camper for sure, he's still so much fun to use. The Sniper is one character I feel like is one of the easiest classes to use in Team Fortress 2. With his sniper rifle, he can insta-kill anybody that comes in his path. Slow moving heavies, gone! Engineers working on sentry guns, busted! Another sniper, you're both dead. It doesn't matter how much HP you have. One shot and you're gone for sure. He also has other weapons like karate and a knife. Oh, and also a bow. The Sniper is one class out of all the classes I got the most kills with. I don't mean to sound like a bragger, but one match, I got 5 kills in a row with my sniper rifle before dying. That is something I never would have accomplished, but I did it. The Sniper is easily the class in the game I will enjoy. Fantastic character. He's Australian, fantastic playstyle, an easy character for new players on TF2, and I will play this class for a long time. I'm User1 Campbell, and tell me who your favorite class in Team Fortress 2 is. Literally every class is something very special that can suit any player, and this is the one thing that makes Team Fortress 2 so unique compared to other FPSs. Everyone has their special weapons like a sniper rifle, a flamethrower, or throwing milk.
No milks were harmed in this video.
And one last thing to say, Team Fortress 2 is free to play, and if you have Steam but don't have TF2 yet, you're literally missing out.